"Stop using that boat, or we're calling the cops." That's what my HOA president yelled at me while I was cruising on my own pond. Yeah, you heard me right. They actually summoned the police because I was boating on my private water. I figured buying a pondfront house meant the whole thing was mine, but boy, was I mistaken. This overbearing lady turned my life into a nightmare for months until I unearthed one ancient document that flipped the script entirely. Stick around because this tale will leave you speechless. Let me set the scene of what started as paradise. It was April 2024, and after grinding away for years as a freelance graphic designer, pinching every dime, I finally snagged my dream SPOTUS stunning pondfront home in Willow Creek Estates, complete with my very own secluded pond. Not some shared community spot, but all mine. The real estate agent hammered it home during the tour. "This pond is fully part of your land," she said, jabbing at the deed. No strings attached. Keys in hand, I staked a little blue banner by my pier, my personal emblem of liberty, shouting to the world that this was my haven, my rules. Those early days were pure magic. I'd rise at dawn, sip my tea on the veranda, and watch the fog dance over the still water. It was serene, flawless, the escape I'd fantasized about during endless nights tweaking logos in my tiny condo. But bliss like that? It crumbles fast when you've got a neighbor like Eleanor Blackwood, 62, a freshly retired hospital manager and the iron-fisted head of our homeowners association. I first spotted Eleanor in my third week. I'd just rigged up my modest used boat, nothing flashy, and was gliding across the pond under a golden sun, feeling invincible. Then there she was, peering from behind the fence dividing our yards, phone in hand like a wannabe detective snapping pics. I waved, figuring she was just nosy about the newcomer. She vanished quicker than a shadow. But my neighbor from Lot 15, Dylan Harper, had seen it all from his attic perch. Dylan was the silent watcher type, cataloging everything without a peep. He'd been tracking Eleanor's odd antics for a while, and my boat ride seemed to ignite her fuse. Next day, no friendly hello, just a stiff envelope in my mailbox. Official violation notice 1. It blared on fancy HOA stationery, signed with a dramatic swirl. The absurdity hit hard. My boating was allegedly shattering the neighborhood's tranquility, breaching some vague bylaw on aquatic fun. It demanded I quit or face severe repercussions. Unbeknownst to me, Eleanor had already launched her whisper war, zeroing in on Sophia Reynolds across the road. Sophia was the type who dodged drama but could be nudged by a strong voice, especially from authority. She'd welcome me with fresh muffins, but Eleanor's poison had taken root. "That racket's too much," Sophia echoed at block chats. "We came here for calm." I reread that notice thrice, fury bubbling. This was my pond, I owned it outright. How dare she dictate my backyard? But folks like Eleanor thrive on dominance, not reason. Dylan, meanwhile, was stealthily logging her moves from his study, noting her past bullying of residents who dared deviate from her perfect suburbia blueprint. That night, by my pier with my blue banner whipping in the wind, I vowed not to buckle. I had the deed proving my right, sir, so I believed. Little did I know, Eleanor was scheming something slyer than a letter. She knew head-on clashes invited pushback, better to weave social webs, fake unity, and make victims seem like villains. A tense lull followed. I kept my morning boat spins, defying her glare. Eyes followed me now, not just hers, but swayed neighbors. Sophia peeked from blinds, conflicted. Dylan waved encouragement, a quiet ally. But Eleanor was gearing for war. 3 days post-notice, I hit the water at Gamey Pond, my call. The day was idyllic. Glassy surface, birds chirping, freedom surging. 25 minutes in, sirens wailed. 2 squad cars rolled up my drive. Heart racing but innocent, I docked. Officers Ramirez and Hayes approached, notebooks out. "Morning, sir. Complaint from Mrs. Jenkins at Lot 18 about noise from your watercraft disturbing peace." "Mrs. Jenkins?" Lot 18's empty bin listed forever. They swapped uneasy looks. Eleanor had faked the caller to dodge traceability. Then she materialized, clipboard clutched, smug as ever. "Officers, I'm Eleanor Blackwood, HOA chair. Here's a petition from 8 residents decrying Mr. Turner's disruptions. It was a fraud masterpiece, manipulated, misrepresented, forged signatures." My gut twisted seeing Sophia's name leading the pack. The muffin lady turned foe. Wait, show me that, I demanded. Half these folks aren't even real neighbors. Officer Hayes shifted awkwardly. Dylan, filming from afar, captured it all vital proof later. He'd seen Eleanor peddle her unity pledge door to door, most signing blindly. He'd refused, earning veiled threats. I whipped out my deed. See? This pond's mine alone, not HOA turf. They poured over it, confusion mounting. Dylan edged closer, still recording. The cops left, no laws broken, but Eleanor snarled. Standards will prevail, mister. Turn her one way or another. Her forged petition gnawed at me. How to combat lies so bold? If that was bad, worse loomed. 2 weeks later, urgent HOA assembly attendance mandatory. Suspicious timing, midweek evening. I showed with my lawyer, Marcus Finley, HOA dispute pro I'd retained post-cops. The clubhouse felt like a kangaroo court. Eleanor throned up front, flunkies nodding like puppets. She spun my boating as apocalypse's harbinger. Today noise, tomorrow chaos. We need bans on motorized water play for our environment. Vague wording targeted me precisely. Dylan recorded from the rear. I tried objecting me private pond, but she silenced me with procedural BS. The vote sailed through. Sophia abstained inwardly but caved publicly. Marcus noted flaws, but post-meeting, Alex, maybe sell. Fighting a rigged system ain't worth it. Despair hit rock bottom. Work suffered, sleep fled. Then an anonymous note slid under my door. Cease or vanish like the last owner. Last chance. It broke me. I yanked my blue banner, boxed dreams, prepped to list the house. Sophia knocked, seeing my defeat. Alex leaving? I didn't mean. Eleanor said you'd ruin values with parties. I signed blindly sorry. That crack in her facade wasn't enough. I was beaten. Enter Harold Kensington, 76, retired HOA vet from Street's End. As I loaded boxes, he hobbled over. Lad, truths hide in dusty files. Check the 1972 founding papers. She might not grasp the full history. He winked and left, igniting a spark. My banner tumbled out like fate urging one last fight. Sleepless, Harold's words looped. Next dawn, I replanted that banner and rallied. Marcus and I stormed county archives. Clerk Gladys helped unearth the 1972 master deed. Page 52. Pond lot designated independent, exempt from all association oversight. Marcus hooped. Alex, she's ruled on smoke. All her power plays? Baseless. Word leaked. Dylan rallied doubters. Another emergency notice arrived. Eleanor sniffing our probe. Less than a day to prep our nuke. The packed hall buzzed. Eleanor opened with venom. Mister. Turner flouts our harmony, undermining our core. She ranted for minutes, neighbors nodding like sheep. Sophia squirmed. Marcus rose, relevant facts first. Projector lit. Enlarged 1972 deed, exemption highlighted. Eleanor's face paled. Gasps echoed. This proves the pond's always been privatino, HOA say. I declared. Murmurs swelled. Then Dylan, hear this recording. Eleanor's voice boomed. Rules? I'll invent them. They'll swallow whatever I feed. Chaos erupted. Sophia stood. We've been duped. Alex, forgive me. Outrage boiled. Audit voted in unanimously. Eleanor bolted, empire cracking. The probe unearthed horrors. $72,000 siphoned via phantom fixes like a dam repair on a non-existent dam. Dylan dug deeper. Eleanor hadn't retired, gracefully booted from her job for tyrannical bullying. Staff harassment mirroring her HOA reign. Marcus filed charges. Eleanor was cuffed, threats flying even as she shredded files. Community healed. Sophia's tearful mea culpa, others' intimidation tales. Harold revealed. I helped plan in 72. The pond was premium, fully autonomous. Eleanor's plea. Guilty. House sold for restitution. New owners Ryan and Laura Mitchell moved in with kids Emma, 9, and little Max Boat fans who begged rides. Harold interim led. Dylan ensured openness. My pond. Joy restored, banner flying. But the story viralized. Media calls, reform groups. Check your deed sparked a movement, toppling corrupt HOAs nationwide. Willow Creek became a beacon against overreach. What if your HOA boss was embezzling while crushing dreams? Would you fight or flee? Should HOAs even exist? Or are they just legalized bullying? Drop your hot takes below, smash like if this fired you up, and subscribe for more wild neighbor wars that expose the truth.